and welcome back to the Row Session Central. I'm the Nigerian Nemesis, and in this video we're hopping into our Nigerian newbie account, and we're going to start using this giant witch deck that features the Goblin Barrel and is basically very defensive with the Inferno Tower, the Knight, the Skeletons, and the Skeletons coming out of the Witch. I'd just like to give a quick shout out to Colton Wall. I noticed I was hitting a wall. I gave a little bit too much credit to the giant skeleton, but then he told me in one of my videos to make sure that I have a kill feature, basically a troop that will take down and give me some guaranteed damage. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm using a giant now, supported with the witch, and the Goblin Barrels is very cheeky and very good, especially at this level. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with a Knight and Goblin Barrel just to see what he has to counter the Goblin Barrel so I can bait it out next time. And there he's actually going to drop a skeleton army. So good drop by him. He should have dropped it on the barrel though. We got a decent amount of damage off. I'm just going to, okay, so I'm going to have to use a fireball here actually to take down his minion horde. And I'm going to have to let everything else play out. I do not have any counter for the baby dragon other than that fireball. And now we're sitting here looking pretty decent. He has a little bit of a lead. I'm doing better in this game though so far. So let's go ahead and see what we can do here. Giant going down in the back left. Let's see what our opponent has. Alright, I'm not seeing anything. I guess we have a little bit of a lead. He actually is going to play Golem. That's another reason why I have the Inferno Tower. There is no way and no chance that I can stop a Golem down here without that Inferno Tower. So now that I have my Giant crossing the bridge, I'm going to go ahead and throw in my Goblin Barrel over the top. He's going to play his Wizard. Wizard is going to lock onto my Giant though, and those Goblins are going to town. Bomber is going to be on my Giant as well. Giant is just doing such a good job tanking, giving my Goblins time to go for that tower. That tower is gone. Those Goblins stab down the Wizard. All in the meantime, his Golem fell to my Inferno Tower. So we are looking really, really good here. I'm going to go ahead and start my Knight on the right side and see what we can do. He's going to play a naked baby dragon. I'm going to see if I can kite here with my Giant. Giant's going. I'm going to play my Skeletons. Oh my goodness, that baby dragon changed direction. That's going to cost us our tower. It took down our Skeletons that were supposed to distract the Musketeer. So my Goblin Barrel's going in. Let's see if we can get some quick damage off here. And we will. Okay, he has a Tornado. Pretty good pull from him. My Giant will go back to that tower and hit it a couple more times. Tower down to 13-15. Now we have our Witch going down in the back right. We've got to beware and get ready for his Golem push. Here it comes. So I've got my Knight, and I'm waiting for my Goblin Barrel so I can go ahead get both of these towers to start targeting onto my Giant, and our Goblin Barrel is going over the top. He's going to play his Wizard. Wizard is going to target onto our Giant once again, so those Goblins are free to do work. We have one Goblin left alive onto that tower. Witch and Knight and the Skeletons from the Witch are going to town on that Golem. That Golem's going to get shredded even before it gets to our Inferno Tower. Arrows going down to take down his minion horde, and now he has a pretty good push coming our way, but that's going to be some excellent fireball value all over that. And now our Knight's also going to go on top of his Bomber to make sure it's taken out nice and quickly. My Knight's going to go down here, unfortunately. Nothing I can do about that. 10 seconds left in the game. Tower down to 34 health. I'm not too worried about it. We're looking pretty good. There's no way he can get to our tower. Let me just go ahead and throw in this Goblin Barrel to take out the tower, and that's going to be a good game. Well played against Lord's Knight. That Tornado will pull my Goblins, but not far enough. So as you can see, this is a really good deck for Arena 7. And it's just been doing such a good job for me lately. And we are sitting at 2145 trophies, so it's doing pretty well. Hopping into our second battle on the ladder here, up against Gior from Power Pros. Let's see if you're a pro or not. We'll see that in this game right here. I've got a pretty decent starting hand with my Skeletons. In comes his Prince, and he's going to be able to... Okay, so he has his Horde. I have my Fireball, luckily. So that's going to take down the Horde and get some damage onto his Knight. But look at how powerful the Knight is. Or look how powerful the Prince is. I have a level 5 Knight, and my Knight got shredded here, and the Prince is still going towards the tower. So that's going to be really hard for us to stop down here. He's going to actually rage all that. Not the best play on his part, as my Witch cleaned up those Skeletons nice and early. So as soon as this tower targets onto my Witch, I'm going to throw this Goblin Barrel and see if we can get some damage. Let's see what his counter is. He has a Wizard. That's going to take its sweet time, though, aiming at those Goblins. That tower is going to take some serious damage. And that tower is already down to 874 health. In comes his Wizard, and in comes a Hog. So I'm going to have to put my Inferno Tower here and play my Knight on top of the Wizard with Skeletons down here after the Inferno Tower goes down, just to ensure that the Hog goes down with only getting one swing onto our tower. That Knight is going back for a counter push, but there's nothing I can do to support him. He's actually going to send in his Horde. That is level 9. Level 9. Yeah, I'm going to have to Fireball. I think my arrows aren't good enough to kill a level 9 Horde, unfortunately. He's looking pretty pissed off. Sorry, man. I'm just doing what I gotta do. Trying to move up on this ladder. So now we have a pretty decent hand with a giant witch combination. He's going to go ahead and bring in his prince here. With my witch going down, he's got his Skarmy up front. The witch will clean those up. And I'm going to play my giant here to tank because there's no way we're stopping that prince with just the witch. Let's see here. Prince is going down. That giant still has decent amount of, it has no health left, but it's going to be able to tank for a couple of seconds, which is all we need for that Goblin Barrel to go onto that tower. Goblin Barrel is going to town. Skeletons onto that tower. That tower is already gone. We are up 1-0 here in this battle. So Witch just doing work for us. Witch is trying to take out that wizard. Didn't do a good job of that, but that wizard is down enough so I can fireball if he gives me some value. He actually has a X-bow. I haven't even seen that. That's the first time seeing the X-bow at this level, but that Inferno Tower will quickly shred the X-bow. I don't think he has a zap. There goes his horde. Fireballing it once again just to keep everything alive. He's going to send his hog to its death at my Inferno Tower. That hog got a swing off. I will have to send in my witch here. I took a little bit too long. Now he has a rage for all that. But not too worried about it. Witch is just too good against the skeleton army. He will just fall every single time. I was trying to stack up on defense, but I think I'm going to go ahead and put a giant here just in case he does manage to take my tower. Here, I don't have my fireballs. Arrows are going to be all I have to throw out. The minions are still alive. They're going to get some damage onto that tower. Tower is down to 10-34. In comes his hog. He's going hard here. Inferno Tower will take down the hog. He has a Skarmy onto our Inferno Tower, but our witch will clean that Skarmy up nice and easily. Comfortable win. 4 seconds left on the clock. Nothing he can do about it. Giant going down in the center, and that's going to put us at 2-0 on the day with this giant and witch combination. Just such a solid deck. Really good offensively, really good defensively, and we're just doing well with it. So I'm not seeing anything wrong with it, so we'll just keep climbing with this deck. We're sitting at 2174 trophies here, hopping into our third and final battle of the day up against Arkham Knight. So let's see if this deck can continue to do well for us. In comes his Hog Rider. I'm just going to go ahead and play a Knight here. He's going to waste some arrows. Jeez, that Knight is not strong enough. It's going to take, the Hog is going to get 4 hits, and 4 hits is more than half our tower. Let's see if we can start a count. He's actually going to send in a balloon. So my Knight's going in with the Goblin Barrel. That Witch is all I have to counter that balloon. And he has a raid. So that tower is going to go down. Our Knight and Goblin Barrel, though, look at that on the top right, is just shredding that tower. The Knight tanked for long enough. And looks like that tower is going to fall down in the first 40 seconds of the game. We trade towers. And we are looking pretty even. I'm going to be in trouble here, though. I have to be honest. I did have a tough choice to make in making this deck. I was thinking about using the Musketeer instead of the Witch, but I really need the Skeletons to distract things like the Prince and Elite Barbarians. I can't really stop those unless I have distractions. But the Musketeer would be ideal in a situation like this up against the Balloon, just to be able to do some more damage. The Witch does have Splash, but she doesn't quite have the punch in each of her splash shots. So now, I'm going to try and force this second tower down by playing my Knight and Goblin Barrel. Everything is tanking, so if he doesn't have a counter for a Goblin Barrel, he actually does have Skarmy, and he's going to pull them all into the center, so great defense on his part. Now I have to deal with his counter push. If he sends in his balloon here with the baby dragon, we are in huge trouble. So let's see. I'm going to have to leave that baby dragon alone and start up a push because I'm well behind in elixir, only sitting at 5. In comes his balloon now. I'm going to go ahead and play Skeletons to cycle to my Inferno Tower and get my Inferno Tower to shut down this balloon. It's going to do a pretty solid job of doing that. Won't even get balloon death damage onto our tower. We are still down, though, in this matchup. Down at 12:30. He's going to send in a hog. He's just keeping the pressure up. Our troops are not killing his troops fast enough. This should be a pretty solid stop, though. Only getting 2 shots off to my tower. I say only, but that tower is down to 750. So now that it's double elixir time, we're going to send our giant in the center here and go ahead and throw another Goblin Barrel. This one's going kind of short. Let's see if that hurts us in the end. It will not. He does have his arrows. Okay. So we've got his tower going down to pretty low, 761, but now he's got a decent counter push. That E-Wiz in the middle did do some pretty good damage to us. Now he has his hog, he has his baby dragon. He's going to nail my witch away from all of that. So I'm going to send in my giant now. In the center, we need to take this tower and make this 2-all and see if we can go for the 3 crown. Goblin Barrel is going in, hot arrows going down onto that Skarmy. It looks like that tower will fall. It won't fall. We have 20 seconds left to make that tower fall. Luckily, it's only going to take a fireball. So now I'm going to start playing some defense and fireball at the last second and see if we can turn this counter push into a 3-crown victory for us. He has his balloon. This is going to be very tough. He's just going to keep sending in balloon, sending in hog, different things to annoy us here. So no choice but to fireball, unfortunately. We will get some value, though, killing that skeleton army. Wasted a skeleton army on his part. So let's go ahead I think we're going to have to gun for it. I think we can't play any more defense, and we're going to lose this match, so we're going for it. He's going for it as well. Hog coming in. Baby Dragon going. We've got Goblin Bear onto the tower. Knight on the tower. Giant is taking his sweet time. He's going to rage all of his stuff at our tower. It looks like we're taking an L here. Wow. So, close battle. His troops did overrun us there. That was well played on his part. So, I didn't really do anything wrong. I just didn't have enough to stop his hog quick enough, or to stop his balloon. So, I'm going to have to think about using a mini P.E.K.K.A maybe, or the Witch. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But for right now, I think this is a pretty solid deck. Giant Witch, Goblin Barrel combination on defense with the Knight Inferno Tower and the 1 Elixir Skeletons, along with Fireball and Arrows. So if you guys are down here at this arena, try this deck out. It's been doing a really good job for me. And I'd like to thank you guys for tuning into the channel for the day. If you liked this video and had some fun, go ahead and smash that like button and hit subscribe if you have not already done so. And I hope you guys go on and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace!